Sage Valmiki's question to Sage Narada. Question generally for us will be one noun, one subject, one object, one verb. Here the very question opens up something really totally different. A question that describes 16 qualities of a human being. A question that is looking for something more than what our ordinary life is about. This very question, when Sage Narada heard, and when it was asked, he said in such a way where he talks about his own curiosity. Trilokajnaha Naradaha, the one who is a knower of the three worlds, the sage Naradaha, what happened? Valmikehe etad vachanam shrutva, having heard, vachanam, the words. Which words? These words. Big list he has given. So this list having heard, whose words? Valmikehe etad vachanam shrutva. What did he say? He said, Shruyatam. That's it. Job is done. Shruyatam. May you listen. May you listen. It's so easy. You just ask, the person starts telling you. Well, it depends on how you ask and what you invoked. And here Narada, Shruyatam iti, he said, listen, iti amantriya. Amantriya means avimukhi kritya. You know, when you say listen, why do you say listen? So that the person will pay attention, isn't it? It's called abhimukhi kritya. To draw the attention, you say listen. So here, abhimukhi kritya, drawing the attention of Sage Valmiki, and prahrishtaha san, showing his happiness. Sage Narada is showing his happiness, and with that smile, with that happiness, he vakyam abravit, he spoke these words. And now, of course, our scholars of the tradition are going to look at why was Narada happy? You know, why did he prahrishta? Every word carries something profound there. And so they say, well, you know, no teacher who knows so much, someone who knows so much, he looks to teach a apt disciple. And so now he has what he wanted to teach. This is something he wanted to share with humanity. And what he wanted to teach has been asked. So now the teacher is happy he got an opportunity to share, and that is why he was happy. Another thing is to tell the story of Sri Rama. Rama Guna Samsmaranam. Rama Guna Smaranam is Amrita Panam, they say, you know. So remembering Lord Rama's qualities is like Amritam, is like having the nectar, Amrita Panam. When you listen to the qualities of Lord Rama, believing it is true, okay, not sitting there as a skeptic, but knowing it is true, when you listen, it is like drinking nectar. And so an opportunity to talk about Sri Rama. How would Sage Narada not be happy? How will he not smile when he has a chance to speak about Lord Rama? And you know, whenever a teacher gets a good disciple, not a egghead disciple, not a dullard disciple, When you get a little disciple who can receive and absorb and reproduce, all are important, Today you teach 2 plus 2 is 4. Tomorrow you have to start all over again. This is very difficult. There are disciples who will sit there with such a blank look as if they are seeing you for the first time, 5 years they are studying from you, but they look at you as if they are seeing you for the first time. And so the disciple having an intelligence and none other than Valmiki, becoming a disciple, asking for this knowledge. Sage Narada doesn't need that one Valmiki is equal to 1,000, All our Mahatmas in this Himalayan belt where I'm sitting right now, they never went to society. They were always asked, why do you know so much? Why don't you go and give the knowledge? And they will always say, well, when the student is ready, his own karma will draw him towards this teaching. Nature will not block it. Nature will connect him to the right teacher. They will come. When they are ready, they will come. No, but you should be addressing thousands of people. Well, that is our idea. A good master should be addressing 1,000 is our idea. A good master says, even if I get 1, but that 1 be of the quality of 1,000, that's more than enough for me. And give it to the right patram, to the right person, right qualified soul. And so that has been the attitude for centuries, alright. And so here he says, so he is so happy he got his disciple like Valmiki. But have we not heard, Ammaji, that when you approach a guru, you should take fruits and flowers and this darbha and then, offer, make some offerings and so on. I mean, how can you just say, yes, okay, a question is asked. Maybe it was a casual question, no? And then be very afraid. I'm afraid to ask a teacher a question if he ties me down. If I ask a question, he says, now next 3 years you cannot leave my ashram. What will I do? So how did he so quickly agree? How was he so willingly agreeing? Well, it was within the family. It was within the family. Sage Valmiki was Sage Bhrigu's son. And Bhrigu's brother is Sage Narada in one life. And therefore it's within the family. So it is his uncle teaching him, and therefore he asked him, and Narada said, okay, I know this child. And so no shushrusha, no seva, he just asked and he received, he was ready for it. And so these questions, is there anyone? Kon vasmin sampritam loke. Is there anyone? When he asked this question, it is a very, very important question. It's a very important question for human beings because this whole question of dharma or ethics is unique only to a human being. Just let us look at this very question with a certain grave attention. There is no life form on earth that is conflicted about dharma and adharma, right and wrong. No animal goes looking for, is there somebody in my species who's exalted? Every species on earth is exalted in whichever way they live. But a human mind needs to ask this question, is there anyone who is exalted in dharma? Because The reason being because the only quality that makes you stand apart from other species is dharma. There is no other quality. Everything else we are as equally good or equally bad as the other species. Ahara nidra bhaya maithunam cha सामान्यमेतत् पशुभिः नराणां धर्मो हि तेषाम् अधिको विशेषः धर्मेण हीनाः पशुभिः समानाः. All life forms approach the world for a few gains. What are those gains? Ahara, food. Who does not go? Every tree is standing there not moving, but yeah, it is in search of food when it goes down, when it sends out its roots, or it climbs up and looking for the sun. It is in search of food. Every animal is in search of food. Every human being needs food. Some of us are satisfied every 6 hours. Some others need every 30 minutes. That's the only difference. A bag of potato chips should always be sitting next to you. There are different varieties, of course, But in the animal kingdom, they don't have such options. They go for food and they are programmed. So a cow has to eat grass, means only grass. It cannot complain and say, at least give me some pulses now and then. How can I will have protein deficiency? Hey, this is how it is. Neither when this cow, the Jersey cow, Jersey cow, comes to India and then says, oh, I will not get my meat. I was eating meat in America and now I have to become a vegetarian. This meat eater cow becoming vegetarian, or vegetarian cow craving for meat, converting into being a meat eater. There is no conflict because they are programmed. If they eat grass and live an entire life, breakfast grass, lunch grass, tiffin grass, dinner grass, they are okay. They are in dharma. They are aligned to the nature's decision. If they eat breakfast meat, lunch meat, evening meat, dinner meat, they are hardcore carnivorous animals. They are still equally in line with nature. There is no conflict because there is no choice whether to go this way or that way. This having a conflict is a unique privilege of a human being in virtual space on virtual earth. Can you believe this is today's reality? How much we have changed, how much we have changed for what? If for the better good. But artha pursuits are they are the driving force to make decisions in how I'm moving forward in life. And then in between all this we have what? Dharma pursuit, ethics. What is ethics? What do you call ethics? How do we define ethics as a human civilization? Is your ethic going to respect the civil order of a society? Or is your ethic going to violate? Will it be violated by your personal ambitions in artha and kama? There are so many conflicts we face. In between all this, we want to be always right. And when we are clear we are right, the lawyer says you are wrong. When lawyer says he is right, the neighbor says he is wrong. You are always conflicted between what is right and what is wrong. As a child, you always knew what is right. But your loving mother always saw your right as wrong. And whatever she declared as right, of course it was wrong for you, because when you wanted to play, she wanted you to study. How could she do this to you? Whatever you wanted that second piece of chocolate and she denied you. How could she do this to you? She was wrong. Well, it is an endless journey up to adulthood in deciphering what is right, what is wrong. And then now and then we get a breakthrough when your loved one says, "Oh, you are so good." Then you say, I have been on the right for some time now. And then again you end up going wrong. And right and wrong and right and wrong. We seem to be committed to dharma and adharma. Our commitment to dharma flip-flops. Because artha overwhelms us, kama overwhelms us, dharma never consistently takes the driver's seat. It is pushed around by artha within me, desire for securities, money, ambitions, power, women, or desires for so much other world and so on, controls. Well, all this pushes around dharma, where dharma is not consistent in my life. And hence, question of Valmiki is so contextual, is so relevant to human living, because we need to know, is our life always going to be flip-flop commitment to dharma, or is there a human being in the human form who can live life of dharma consistently? Why? We all want heroes. Because that is the ideal person, is what we believe. How long are you going to believe that? Until he gets knocked out and a new hero comes into the scene, no? So here is a hero that is being talked about, that is being asked, a hero who will ever remain the hero, who is the archetype for human beings to live by, the archetype, the archetypal hero for dharma. If dharma were to sit in a human form, to walk, to talk, to behave, to live a normal life, to marry, to have children, to fight enemies, to be successful man in society, if dharma were to live in a human body, in a par excellence performance on earth, I want to know, because I want a hero in my life. I want a model in my life to emulate, not imitate. You can only imitate Bollywood heroes. But here we are talking about dharma, a dharma purusha, a hero in dharma. So all you can do is emulate those qualities.